So I think it is really good at 2MF, right? Because you can block so much over damage. And they are mostly melee comp, so I think Braum will always get good value. You are taking Rich out of a bad matchup, but let's be real. I still don't think the situation is great. I guess they'll swap now here, but they get Dragon for it as well. I think you take that if you're DK. I think you're pretty happy with that whole sequence of events.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first Drake Ocean, always something we talk about is very good. You guys cannot contest. That is what Lucid is saying right now. That is what DK are saying. We do have Sponge on the way. No Cyclone. And
Shiwu has TP and Rich does not.
We're going to have the Rel ult here in 5 seconds, so that's an opportunity.
I don't know if they should contest. Also, Lucid's ultimate is almost up.
All right, well, they're going to contest. As in we go. That is a big combo, but the Braum value comes in for the MF, but still a ton of damage done to Lucid, as he is going to die to the final rock from the Talia. First blood goes over to Yehu. And now DRX in a pretty good spot. Blast forward, though, from Showmaker. Wants to get the kill. And even though the man advantage goes over to Yehu and DRX, oh, the cards! Not quite going to land. And with the amount of damage that is done, it looks like DRX can't quite stand the Dragon.
Nice execution.
DRX say, yes, we can.
Can they do? Well, might be too late.
That is looking for the yellow card, not going to come through. We do have the Cyclone this time, as Lucid just kind of stands there, tries to turn it around, goes in, but now he's going to go down. We got a TP coming in from Shiwu, as this fight from VK not the best, as Shiwu is just bouncing around, trying to dodge the MF ult, but he's alone. As he flashes away, looks like he barely will get away, and now the poke is coming out from Aiming and Showmaker. Looking a lot like the last fight, actually. Only one kill going over to DRX, but this time DK got the Dragon. Here on the Rift Heralds, maybe.
Showmaker is definitely going to TP in. They're going to look for the contest here.
We'll see if they actually get here in time to fight. Lucid in position, but the wall is there. Barrel's just going to block that, so another use for the Braum in this comp. Has no wall, but it is going to be smited down, and the Magnet combo with the bullet time is pretty good, but they're not going to get any kills until just now. Lucid goes down, and Shiwu kind of separated from the rest of the team. Doesn't have his flash. He's going to go down. The Showmaker and Aiming once again left alone, trying to pick off the pieces, but they just cannot. 2 more kills for DRX.
Punish on Rich with this TF, who, by the way, also 0-0-0 in the game thus far.
Bit of zoning there, not sure about that. Yeah, a lot of circles down here, and I think Rich is going to get the worst end of the circles. A lot of needles do go in, though. Another gold card, finally, and a bit of burst damage here from Shiwu gets the job done. Showmaker now can sit here, but this Drake is going to go over to DRX at least. But DK should be able to catch up a bit in gold.
Turret going down will be nice here. I do think that that was a good call from DK. But normally, this point is supposed to be where you're already a good amount of gold up, and that's where you cash in the fact that you have a Dragon advantage. You will not be getting a breaking point here. Is RFC done?
Yeah, RFC done is gigantic. The boots purchased here.
They're looking to turn.
They don't really have great position on it, though. They're kind of like sitting behind the wall and pulling it out, and it's not really... Okay, well, it's going to just reset. And everybody's taking a bunch of damage to their resistances. Now, Shiwu did get poked out big time.
Yeah, and he doesn't have TP, so he's going to have to go for a base. This might be the opportunity that DRX were looking for.
I mean, he can't base if they want to fight for this. He is going to stay, so it looks like DK...
Oh, just flip it?
Just gonna flip it. We got a wall in here, but that's not going to stop Lucid from being in, as now the Gwen's going to go forward. Anvil nearly dies, so no engage from him, and now the combo comes out from only Teddy, and there's a ton of damage being done here by DK. The Otacon did go over through the side of DRX, but now the gold cards are flying, and it looks like Yehu will bite the dust as well. 2 kills for DK, and only the Otacon to show for it here for DRX.
DRX, I think you're in a good position, but that call I'm not a fan of. Getting Otacon just isn't worth losing the fight, losing a turret, and losing Soul Point. Feels like we've seen so many teams.
It is unfortunate. If you play it perfectly, like, there are definitely ways to bait your team in, as, speaking of which, little bait on a Lucid, who desperately wants a blue buff, and he'll get it, and then die. Now we got a fight here. Teddy is going to be poked out by Showmaker, but now he's in a bad spot, trying to run away. He's going to go down. That's a shutdown here, as Ingo Shiwu, desperate for a kill, just giving himself away, and gives the kill to Teddy, too. With the Baron available, DK just say, here, take 3 kills.
If someone's J-Walk, just let them J-Walk. Just leave! But DK, they couldn't help themselves. And that's Nash going over to DRX.
Nothing really makes sense. And that's kind of what the Rise Group games have looked like. It's back and forth. DK are like, here.
Yeah, and you know what? I think some, especially the good LPL teams, get a way worse rap than they deserve for when they pick their fights. In this case, though, these fight decisions...
Yeah, not really an opportunity.
Showmaker does have ult.
Do much, and we have TP coming in now, just in case. DRX want to fight. There's the engage. They're going to find two. It's the front line, but bunch of damage goes down. The first to go down, though, is Ondil. She in the front line just gets ripped to shreds. But down will go Sponge. Goes a little bit too far ahead of his team there. Still, Dragon has taken...
Have done more to make me believe that they can kill the opponent. Nexus is a possible collapse.
Yeah, I mean, this is the possibility you get with the TF. Lucid, though, taking a bunch of damage himself. There's the knockback. And he's going to rely on Beryl just a little bit to save him. No pick will come through either. A little denial of the back. But again, trying to set up...
commit the other way. And if you make sure that you don't actually take a fight in the small enclosed spaces, there's the flank.
Yeah, there's the fight as they get on in the front line. It's just burning down. Lucid with the Southern Sky will survive for a little bit. She finally gets here with his ult. Not really going to do enough. They're trying to get on top of Teddy here, but they're going too deep for this once again. Reminds me of a certain different fight we had earlier on in this game, but Aiming is really the one guy who's the savior of this team. Unfortunately, Yehu is a bit more fed, and no knockup is going to hit, but Beryl will still bite the dust. Bit of damage from Aiming, but Yehu kind of holds on to the play, and they'll look
Death kept on. Aiming. Does his ult find the mark? A lot of damage!
Oh, Sponge.
I think they're fine, though. Ondil can engage as well. And this is just gone.
See the ult to the top side, the better.
It's DK that have set up. If they can get this Dragon, it would still be big.
Yeah, if you keep tabs on Ondil and you poke them down and you don't get caught out, like, DK still have a chance, even with this gold deficit. There are opportunities.
Poke is hitting. Ondil's low. They have Sponge as well, though, as a secondary tool.
All right, Luce is going to stay on the left side of the wall here. Siu gets a ton of damage done to him. He goes down without doing anything. And Lucid as well, just going to burn, and the damage from DRX is just too large. And DK cannot handle it at all. DRX win the fight again in a huge way.
I want to see that damage done from Teddy.
Jeez.
Kind of new with how the team fight started out, but looks like they are going to bring down the Nexus here in game number 1. Maybe not now. I don't know. It's DRX. They might be like, no. We're not.
Honestly,
2 minutes. Could be a good angle. I don't think DK have the items to really match.
Oh, trying to collapse here on a Rich. Just going to get inside the mist as Rich turns on a Showmaker. He's like, you want to go, buddy? Let's go. Showmaker says, never mind. I'm going to flash away.
He's still a stopwatch.
Yeah, he's still a stopwatch.
Didn't even use it. Doesn't really do too much. If you trade Baron for Soul, I do think Soul is still crazy.
It feels like both teams don't want Soul. Okay. Just going to go for the Baron then. And the timing of this is 10 seconds before the Drake is even around. And there's the turn. Finally comes through. And Lucid pops like a balloon. Just gone. And is now 0-7. And they don't have a jungler. As down goes DK in this fight in a big way. DRX once again super clean. The engages from Ondil's Rel have been excellent. Showmaker trying to push mid. And, well, he's going to do a bunch of damage. But I don't know if he's getting out of there. And now we got a little fight trying to get on top of Sponge. As that is a bunch of damage coming out from Aiming. That's a kill. But Aiming's got to go on to everyone. Teddy flashing in. Just going to take him down. And Aiming slowed up. Going to get stunned up multiple times. And it looks like he is Ezreal, so he gets away. But not very clean.
Still undisturbed. Win the fight. They get the Nash. Soul gonna go their way as well.
Hovering on Beryl at the moment. It does look like with this Baron, very nice shove once again. Spit a poke here from Yehu, and now a wall to come down. And essentially just get the free turret. And very safely at that, you know. They could have just kind of bulldozed their way through, but gonna utilize the wall to get it done. Teddy's gonna chip away at the inhibitor with the cannon minion. And Rich is in mid. Same lane assignments. You're not collapsing onto Rich. It's not happening. With Sonya's and Banshee Veil. You're just not killing. It's not a thing. Not at this point in the game. As really just waiting for DRX's engage.
Slow and steady.
Yeah. 2 inhibitors down. All right, let's go back and go to bot lane.
Okay, what about this attempt? Okay, this Baron is gone.
Well, they see it leaving.
Okay.
Showmaker is pushing bot, but smartly, Rich is already there.
So what is the counterpunch, DK? Is it try and hope that they flip Elder?
Still up.
I still don't like this, Veldas.
It's okay, they have
Just
an
play
Ocean Drake. All right, the engage comes in, and it's Lucian and Peril again. They get caught up in this, but they don't get the kills. Now they're going to get the kills, okay? Just a little bit delayed, and I think the power level of DRX right now is just overwhelming. And, yeah, DRX, they get a couple of kills. No jungler. Just take the Elder now.
Oh, Barrel with the second smite, not going to find it. Showmaker, I don't think he can make his way in.
If you give him 8 seconds... Nah, not gonna happen. Okay, Exodia completed.
A minute and a half, DK.
She was pushing mid.
It's fine, just hold that for a minute and a half. Oh, no.
Okay, they're gonna try to end.
Okay, but there's 2 people.
There are 2 people and no Baron!
And
you
they're playing...
Baron! Okay, well, I mean, that was their last choice, right?
They have to try something.
That was a nice little gambit here from the side of DK. It's not going to work. It's very funny, though. They're just going to fight here 2v2. Yahoo's flashing at them.
Get him, DK!
Get him, Yahoo! Yeah! Okay, not going to happen. GG!
A lot lower, and she has a lot of damage.
This comp from DRX is disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, I think you look at the D+ comp and perfect.
Yeah.
If the layering is good. The disengage from DK is crazy, though.
Did Showmaker really get baited by that? Did he really get baited by that? He thought it was just the Nico. It was Sponge, too. And as Onde leaves, Sponge swings in, stops the dash.
Because, like, what, almost 11 minutes in? As a first rake, that's fine. I don't think you're too bothered if you're DK. You're looking and you're going, first item, maybe.
Real dive pressure. Just kind of feels like they're just hanging out and farming.
You know, the more I think about it, the karma is also something that, as we get deeper into the game, is actually going to have a lot of mitigating impacts. Oh!
All right, Ondel just going to run straight into them and die. As a nice little hide on bush effective from Lucid. Didn't expect him to be that deep in his own jungle.
Picks. At least in that instance, are they going to actually fight? I think they have the position to. It's about the absorbing the initial blow. They're so slow, though.
Yeah, very slow. And the freeze here on a Lucid, and the triple knockup from the side of Ondil just keeps them all locked up. And this is looking just like game 1, where Lucid gets caught, dies immediately on the turn on the objective. And once again, DRX, a very nice win in the fight, although she was going to get this entire turret. But they'll lose mid-turret, you would have to think here.
Yeah, with the Herald, for sure. Oh, Shiu, I've seen this one before!
Well,
I guess he's fine this time, maybe?
Yeah. Well, they're still going to stick around for this one. They're just going to fight on a Shiu, and, well, he's going to try to flash as well, and he is absolutely not fine, Chronicler. So, very nice and effective caster curse from you. I could have sworn I heard the Herald sound.
I thought so as well.
I was like, oh, they're heralding mid.
Yep.
Maybe we just... like our brains thought 100% they were going to use it, so we just heard it at the same time.
It still worked. Now that they are a member up, as the Herald is it was actually...
Yeah, it was taken by Yale. Yeah. And he doesn't have TP, so I think that's part of why DK are just like, well, we can just take this objective.
And then they rotate up.
It's Chemtech Soul.
I think that's actually not bad for DK. I'm not even joking.
Oh, a little engage here, but we got the cleanse on aiming, who is going to take a ton of damage from Teddy. Nearly takes his head off, and the two of them just have to run away. It's not a fight that DK could win by any means, but at least they survive. And DRX are just running the rift right now, especially Sponge.
Yeah, I don't think Teddy needed to flash, though. I think that play was good. I think Teddy using his flash there is just...
I mean, he almost got him.
Well, yeah. But even if you do... I guess you're quirky. I guess it's not too bad. As Shield, you are alone.
Yep, he's alone.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Some friends, but I think they're going to be late, and the amount of CC that's here is just way too much. Lucid is going to CC the Gromp, though. So he did that.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to join at that point.
Yeah, he obviously, I'm just, So yeah, that's going to be CU caught out once again. Sponge, awkward spot for him. He's going to be stunned up. Little Impale comes in, and Sponge, maybe a little bit overconfident, gives a shutdown to the 2-0 now Sivir.
Now that is some rice scoop. You take a sip, and it's not.
Oh.
It's like the concentrate, and it's
I was
like
getting so excited.
No, that's
like, yeah.
No. That's game one. So it's fine, right?
So you just got to do it again, I guess, right?
Okay, so we traded TPs. Mid lane turret is definitely going.
No, they're just sending it into Otacon. And DK say
they're gonna get 2 turrets.
You can have it. I don't think they're going to get 2 turrets, Chronicler. I think they're only going to get 1. And they gave away the Otacon for free. So, DRX, that was a fantastic idea. Honestly, great job.
So they got mid lane tier. If they get Dragon as well, I think it may be okay. They will get tempo because obviously DRX need to answer the waves that were pushed in. But DRX didn't use anything. Right? They didn't use any ults. They didn't have to expend any resources.
They're not going to give this Dragon up for free. They're ready to fight with their new Otacon.
As they should. Particularly with a Rich. Get in the zoom in.
The engaged Mega Cone. He does have flash though.
Okay.
Well, counter engage here from DRX, perhaps. Rich took a ton of damage.
They're a member down, DK.
Yeah.
You have to be a little careful. They are not. They are showing strength. I feel like they could have gotten engaged on, but I guess it's what is happening?
This is such
what is this? Why are they getting how are they getting away with this?
They're just walking the Sejuani. It's 1 chem.
Okay, but even this, man, I'm telling you, they could have easily contested this. Like,
yeah, but for DRX, they've been so careful this entire day.
True.
I feel like they're just like, nah, it's not. I'm not getting excited for a fight yet. I know we're 24 minutes. Okay, right as I say that, they're just diving Rich. He's just dead. Maybe I should have been excited for a fight. Nice little play there from Xiu. Rich absolutely not expecting 4 people to be there. Trying to set up something on a Showmaker. There you go. It's going to miss, though. And maybe still a bit of damage to go in. They're just pushing mid, though, at the same time and keeping this wave safe. So even if they don't get Showmaker, they're going to get the turret. And that's really what they came for. Nice little root onto Mr. Maker.
Very subpar calls.
Yeah. One thing I will say about Xiu is that even though he made a couple of silly mistakes, so that's good. And also, we talked about aiming in game 1. He didn't really get an opportunity to carry in that one. Might get it in this one, as now the engage here onto Ondil. Meanwhile, Xiu is getting incredibly low. And we got TPs coming in, tons of damage into the Zambesa. And Yehu's shield! No, it's not going to happen. The shield comes out and saves his life. That's now flash in from Lucid. He's taking so much, and there goes Ondil. Gonna get the knockup and immediately die. And kind of baits his team as well. Sponge just on the run. And he will get away. There's a Baron up and a full health Sivir.
Surely this is going to be an attempt. Interesting.
This is how much value Chemtech Drake.
Okay.
Chemtech Drake.
No, but we say that. But the enemy team does have
another 2% on the way.
On a wave.
Oh, this is a lot more than 2%. As they're going to zone away Teddy. You don't even need Baron for this. I mean, it's just Teddy and Ondil in mid, so you're not really...
Sponge? Oh.
DRX should have been trying to do this for a while, and now Xiu...
There's only one way to go.
Okay, just going to go in onto Teddy.
What did you show?
All right, well, they still have a ton of damage into this Zambesa, but they're not going to get the kill, and the shield comes through. As now we got the ult through from Yahoo. It is gigantic. As now Showmaker, though, on the disengage, gets Sponge down. Yahoo also going to be zoned away, but Lucid taking a bunch from Teddy. And now it might just be the show of the 80 carries in the scaling as in goes Rich. He's got the Sonyas and Lucid's gonna go down. In with the Valkyrie goes Teddy is insane. And that was a little bit too far too forward. Yehu was just hanging out in the lane. Was not part of this at all. And is not going to be part of it anymore.
Oh, I'm going to assume Yehu tried to sustain off. I think it was really low and tried to sustain off the wave, which is why he wasn't there. Rich almost salvaged that for DK. They got Soul at the RX. Pull the trigger again.
Yeah, they're just going to say, okay, we can get this Baron, but it's on Vision and they don't seem to care. They're just going to try to zone them away or maybe look for a turn. I don't know. They don't seem to have any plan as in goes Xiu. And now the turn comes in. It's totally going to miss. Barrel takes a bunch of damage. Ondil gets the knock up into the front line. Xiu gets away, though, and Rich isn't really there. Comes down to a flip, and it goes over to Lucid. The smite gets it to 93, and that is not 0. That is not going to get you the objective. DK win a giant fight 35 minutes in, and they might just win the game right here.
Bit of a slugfest, but in the end, DK will bring us to that game number 3, as they have so often gone towards. Chemtexo actually, I think, doing some heavy lifting for Showmaker there. He got low, but it will be DK in this next one. DRX, even with that composition, couldn't quite fight the angles. I think Rich really struggling on the Rumble as well. And another long Showmaker, which is also a low bar, which again, I can't believe I'm saying, but that did happen.
I mean, his show was all right. He did the cool build.
That was 2024 last year, right? And ever since, it's just been only bangers.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Only bangers. Early Ocean Drake for DK, just like game 1.
That's
COP,
big. No, no fun. We're gonna take this, and then we're gonna, oh, Barrel!
Okay, Barrel says, we're having fun! He's up a level on Ondil, and he has his ultimate. And, okay, Jin. And meanwhile, we got a fight in bot lane. Shu trying to, he doesn't care about Rich. He's like, you're out of mana, I've got sustain. Flash forward, Chain's gonna totally miss. And, yeah, I don't know, guys. We're just not hitting anything. Nobody's hitting anything.
Does that mean nothing happens?
Well, Sponge is here.
He is.
He's yeah, they have Cho'Gath.
That's Cho'Gath.
They still do have Cho'Gath.
That's Cho'Gath.
It's Chemtexol, by the way. And
I guess we're just letting him die?
Yeah. That's Cho'Gath.
That was Cho'Gath.
That's just Cho'Gath things. Just dying. Okay. It's kind of close.
Not too bad. I'll take it.
The idea is the same. That we didn't have any action until randomly somebody died. As, okay, a little root here on a Sponge. Teddy takes a giant shot to the head as now a bunch of damage goes to Barrel, as that's what I'm talking about. He's just going to die in all these fights, and no reset comes through because there's just not enough damage. If it's 5v5, like maybe the Viego gets resets, but if it's 3v3, the Nautilus just dies.
I think DRX kind of got away with a little bit of murder there. Teddy was so... I know he still had Flash and Barrier, but felt like maybe a turn could have been found, but not going to be the case. And DRX now starting to pull ahead. That's also kill. Going over to Teddy in the first fight, Sponge in the second, and we know Sponge when he snowballs. And then if they get the turret here as well, and that turret I think is taken because Showmaker just got bullied in the lane. He had to back on the side. Jarvan. I don't know if at that point he already had Sundered Sky, but even if he didn't, he's still pretty beefy and hard to lock down as objective.
Trying to go for a fight here once again, as Barrel does get bullied, has to flash away. TP's coming in from the Cho'Gath, and I think it might just be another episode of Leave the Cho'Gath to Die. As, yeah, that will be the case. The Scion gets the kill. So Rich gets that. And, yeah, the Rift Herald picks up. Showmaker has been tasked with dealing with the Scion, which is probably fine for him. He's got enough sustain on the Sylas, as long as he doesn't fight the Scion head-to-head. Shu, 0-2, doesn't care. 4 stacks on his feast. And 86 on his Heartsteel. That was not close. And now the engage goes in on a Barrel, who again is nearly gonna die. And oh, the angle here is excellent from Rich. He's gonna take down Aiming, who was right in the front. And now he's right below them on the floor. So another kill goes to DRX. Almost 3,000 gold ahead, and they'll get another Drake.
Showmaker does have an ult, but I don't really think they can go for this. We'll see if they actually want to try and fight. Herald dropped in mid. A lot of resources were invested there for DRX, but the health bars for them are still looking good. DK, you can see them contemplate.
Oh, the flash on a 3 is huge here from Ondil. And the follow-up is big as well. They get the kill on a Barrel. And, yeah, DK, they just keep wanting to go in. And another combo comes out from Ondil. A bunch of damage there. We finally got the reset, but the knockup comes in. Lucid barely on any health, and he's going to finally get those resets in. As Lucid, he found his angle. We were waiting so long for it to happen. And now the Viego is finally popping off. Picks up the 1 kill and wins the fight. DK are right back in it.
That was a very thin margin to flip the game. If that play backfires, I think they just straight up lose. I'm not even joking, because then Lucid and Showmaker both die. Flashes out.
딜 해볼게. 먹을 수 있나? 먹어봐. 애플 있어. 그러면서 천천히. 나 E 있어.
A minion auto on Lucid away from that play being a disaster, by the way. I know Jin was on his way. Does mean that there isn't as much safety for DRX, so they need to be a little bit aware with that. Will Barrel hit a champion or the wall? Or Alistair, which also is
Does it matter?
Yeah, valid point, actually.
I think if he hooks, he dies. And he might not even get to hook here. Okay, just going to get rooted down and dies. So that's going to be the end of Barrel for the third time. And now we got the engage coming in from the top side here. Rich locking down the Togon. Shu in a bunch of trouble, has to flash away. And again, there's not really anything going on here except the Otacon, so they have to immediately turn tail and run.
And this Otacon is still a bit risky.
Yeah,
only Alistair, Cho, but also only Alistair and Yehu have their ultimates available. There's still a lot of power here for DK.
Yeah, they're coming on in. They're looking for that angle. Alistair ult taken here by Showmaker, wants to just go straight in, and that he will. They're looking to turn, and it's only damage into Cho'Gath, and it's not enough. Meanwhile, Showmaker's just in that back line with the Unbreakable Will, but it times out, and the knock-up is gigantic. But Lucid here, gonna start to get those resets, get the engage on the Alistair. Looks so clean on this Viego tonight. And he will be able to help his team collect the Otacon once again on a very close fight.
Otacon going the way of DK. Is back and forth, not done just yet. Rich almost turned that one around. Multi-man knock-up there, but not quite enough. And I think this also leads gold, basically even for 24 minutes into the game. Both teams, I think, having very clear win conditions. As a Drake is being started here by DRX. I like this, actually, I think. Again, their counter-engage is good, but there is a flank angle here for Showmaker.
Yeah, the flank is going to be pretty massive.
They know now.
It's coming in from the right side, and it's kind of locked by Ondil. And now they're just engaging on a Cho once again. They might have the damage, but the hook comes in on a Yehu. But can they actually take him out? Yes, they can. And now it's resets for Lucid once again. They find the one target, and they just burst down the rest of the comp. DRX just get routed and can't do anything about it.
But still, he's happy because while that happens, Barrel finds backline access onto Yehu and kill. Lucid, though, that is a damage Viego build, okay?
Yeah. Well, the hook doesn't have to hit. That's what Barrel is teaching us here tonight. And Sponge going to be pretty low, but Barrel even lower. As down he will go. And again, I told you guys this is what's just going to happen with the Nautilus. It's his job. He goes in and dies. And this time, nobody was there to back him up.
But I do feel like it should be one of those scenarios where he does get something for doing that.
He got Sponge really low, so they can't start the objective. But that's not really what he meant.
No, because if he doesn't die, then they also can't start the objective. Showmaker!
All right, that's, ooh, very, very close. That was a fully charged one as well.
Why are we fighting this DK?
We're just fighting, okay. Tons of damage into Sponge. And it kind of works out. Big follow-up comes in, and the damage goes into Shu once again, and nobody can lock down Showmaker, who's got the Alistair ult, and everything went into Shu once again as the resets come through.
Yehu!
He's very low, and Yehu has not been touched at all, and neither has Teddy. And Aiming's like, okay, I'm going to just push
That's Surreal done.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they're, like, chipping away and not full-on engaging, like, this is fine. Onto with the Hex Flash, you know, and just waiting for the engage and looking for the counter with the Casio. This is great. Just hold on to this bush. And DRX will be in a fantastic spot. Now Aiming, nearly loses his life to just one combo from Teddy. Meanwhile, Lucid's on the left side. Shu gonna get knocked up.
Does the flash?
Lucid's nowhere to be found. They can't go into this engage at all. Shu just dies for free. And this looks much better from DRX. Their handling of this situation in the team fight.
DRX? Their nerves are a lot stronger than DK's. Barrel just going for that hook, basically blind into the brush. Not going to work. I understand, Barrel, you need to start the fight because otherwise Shield gets poked down, but it's very clear that they are still just in that brush. So,
yeah,
have to kind of question the decision-making here, but DRX also not letting them get away with it. It's consistently, their poke does not does not compare to
Yeah.
both Cassio, but obviously mostly Teddy on this round. I wonder what the damage numbers are. They got to be crazy. As Shield might have to flash. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Did get a ultimate from Sponge, which is something, but still not that great.
I like how DK now are trying to hold on to this bush, but got to utilize it. The hook goes into the Scion, so now we're just playing kill the tank on the other side as Rich going to flash and ult away. And
Well, they got to try now. They got to pull the trigger.
there's a lot of damage. Showmaker's got this.
Right? Pull the trigger on
I think
Nash.
they absolutely should. Showmaker has this ult.
I think they're a little slow.
The only issue is that Rich can just back and TP. And
Well, yeah, but look how much damage they have. I think they actually could have gotten it had they been a little bit quicker on the trigger. TP comes in. I think they have to disengage, and it looks like they know. Showmaker looking for a flank.
they definitely have to. They have to look for the turn. As now looking for Yehu. They want Yehu. Barrel's going to go down, but that is understandable. Showmaker's in the back line. Wants to get on top of Teddy now, doing a ton of damage just by himself. As the knockaway is huge, but it's not going to stop Lucid from getting in.
He didn't get the reset.
He immediately goes down. That is gigantic, but look at aiming. Totally untouched, and Yehu's too low. Nobody is alive that deals damage on the side of DRX except Zombie Scion, I guess. Okay, aiming, you really have to respect the Zombie Scion. We were just talking about this. Nearly dies to him trying to get the kill on the backside.
Aiming when I said I want to ults, that's not what I meant. Not what this is.
I mean, they have Cho. They have Cho, so you just take the objective and make it work. Now, what happens after the objective? Okay, they're going to run away. And no, DK says we want to fight. They're going to get the root down here on Rich. He is getting poked down a decent amount. And now we finally have that Jhin ult coming out here. This is the one you meant. A Sponge might go into that GA. Final shot goes into Yehu, and he's just not able to do damage. They're just being run down until the first domino to fall. It looks like the Miasma going to stop Lucid from doing any other shenanigans, but they got the Baron.
That's also setting up for a possible soul here on DK. That might have been it. The redo on that fight as Barrel goes in.
The bait of all time. Gonna get the GA and maybe the Sponge. Looking for it, and yes, they will absolutely get the Sponge. I think aiming hit the cone instead of the Sponge, which would have just gotten the job done
Barrel
anyway.
dies to poison, which feels very apt, but I don't think it matters. I think that might have been the breaking point there, Valdez.
Well, they know they can't end the game, so they just leave 2 to take the inhibitor, and aiming and Shiu to come over and feast. Shiu, by the way, only on 5 stacks. So
yeah,
didn't even get up to 6.
About to be 6.
Yeah, weird little bend in it. You know, he's not exactly sure when
fine.
it begins and when it ends. It's just a weird one. And they're just getting in there with the Baron. It's a very big Red Bull Baron power play, up to about 4,400. And it doesn't have to end just yet. Can still look for picks. Can
DRX.
still look for sieging.
He can play around this Cassio, keep Teddy safe. Maybe need to wait at this Baron, but it's about to time out.
Yeah, still a significant amount of damage into this turret. Might not be able to take it down fully. They're trying to get rid of that one cannon minion. They can't quite do it. Looks like they finally did. As now they're just going to run in and...
Oh god, that auto.
one-shot the turret and back away.
Was that like... I'm not sure. I didn't see finish his death cap though. That's a big spike. What ult is Showmaker sitting on? You wonder.
Yeah, he had the Alistair one before, but I think he's got the chance to get it back now. So
I feel like he has it for every fight.
he's just running. Okay, nice flash here from Shiu. Shiu just knows that he just has to be alive. And so flash doesn't really matter as long as he plays safe from here.
I do feel like he keeps walking into flags, which he probably doesn't have to do.
Yeah. Maybe it's on purpose. Maybe just trying to bait them. Not sure. As this time, once again, definitely trying to fight here and trying to bait them into this, I suppose. Shiu getting incredibly low. He's going to go for the feast there on a ridge, and he takes basically forever to die.
No!
But Showmaker's not here as the engage comes in onto Ondil. And he is getting incredibly low, and finally Showmaker's coming on in. He's going to immediately steal that Alistair ultimate, and now he's unkillable under the turret, just chasing down Teddy, who is alone. Should be able to get this disengage cone, but still, it's not good news for DRX as they're being run around down here in the bottom lane.
They're kind of holding on. The biggest problem is obviously 2 units are down.
They are holding down. They are holding on.
We know that. That's fine.
Yep. She
really, it's
should
the Elder.
still feast it.
Yes.
Or, no, maybe he wants to save the cooldown. Okay, that's smarter.
I think I'm not gonna lie. I love this though. Showmaker obviously wins this 1v1, and he just gets to keep on pushing. Use the Baron buff. I'm thinking Rich can clear.
Don't even have to take the Elder at all. just go for the base. And
well, they are.
They're going to try to force it because they kind of have to. They engage. Oh, down goes Ondel immediately. Just not even able to put his ult on as he gets CC down, I suppose.
They don't have feast, though.
They don't have feast? Okay, just going to come down to a good old smite fight. Who's going to get it? Looking for Yehu in the back line, and that's the jungler of DK gone.
Wait, Sponge is alive!
Sponge, he's got an opportunity, but does he have the damage? Yes, he does. He gets the Elder. But the game might still be over as the fight was won heavily by DK and they're looking for the end.
That's Rise Group, baby! Shield uses the feast to kill the Alistair, which means in turn that Rich and an Elder buff alone are trying to hold on.
You just knew it would be an Elder flip in this one. We just had to have it for the culture. And now the Scion is just trying to hold the wave and it's just so sad. Rich is going to go down, and not even Zombie Scion can stop the inevitable here. He's going to get a pretty high damage number. And you know what? I mean, Alistair... Nah, he's dead too. That's going to do it. We got the Zonias coming in. DK having some fun, but they get it.
Has been crazy this year, though. Very consistently finding the big plays. For Guma, into the Corki. Sivir, just a rising pick.
Mentioned Perfect's definitely had his moments, but looking for more and more consistently. T1 gonna take this first Drake, just a Chemtech Drake, which is basically just it's like a little symbol there that says, okay, we have a Drake and we're getting closer to stacking more. But still gonna feel pretty good. Still dominating this bottom lane, being very annoying, just pushing it in all the time. There's not really much that Duck Dom and Peter
damage before one of you get toasted, you know?
If it's under turret, then yeah. Not really going to amount to too much. And there you go, the engage from Peter as Keria with the counter. Very low here is Duck Dom. He's got a back as he goes for the Valkyrie. Peter as well, just kind of on the run after that excellent setup. But Keria immediately shuts down the play.
Oh, if Duck Dom was just outside of range there, because he did actually get clipped by the Pop Blossom.
Oh boy. That was a very, very close one. And now the hook comes in once again. They got the exhaust, they got the root down, and all of a sudden Guma's in so much trouble! And down he will go, first blood given over to Duck Dom. Keria desperate for something back.
He's not
gonna get it. Calculated, Chronicler.
That's my roller coaster right there. Getting a kill in the 2v2.
Oh, just gonna try to go for the kill, and he sets it up, Peter! What has gotten into this man? What is going on?
Peter was their biggest liability. Oh, no.
Well?
No, wait. Let him live.
No. Phase rush. Oh, no, he hit the minions. One more Q, wait for the...
Oh, you read him.
Easy.
Read him like a book. If he gets the dodge there and he lives, oh my, I was just about to say.
So we're starting up here on the Dragon. Let's see how this one's going to go. Looks like KT want to fight, especially Peter's probably pretty
we're
good.
Full committing.
Full commit. 100% 5v5 on the Mountain Drake. T1 don't want to give it up, and they're going to just go for the straight-up engage. Owner is going to be okay. It goes over the Rise as Baker going to smite it down with his abilities. Nice engage here from the Nico. Keria sets it up, but the damage isn't quite there. The hook from Peter is huge, but they don't quite have the health bars. And Owner just stays alive and shuts everybody down. It's a full ace to T1.
That man cannot.
Yeah. And then the Wukong's kind of done and doesn't have a first item because he's going for the Trinity Force. And it's like, well, you're done, right? And then the Xin Zhao is only getting started with Sundered Sky, right? So the difference between the jungler damage is like gigantic in that fight, especially in an extended fight. The mid laners didn't really matter too much because they're still scaling. We've got a little fight here in bot lane. Owner is actually terrorizing these guys. KT just can't seem to get away as now they're going to go in, and Owner's like, okay, I'm just going to give my life over to the Corki, I guess. Maybe a bit overconfident this time, Owner, or perhaps just straight up. It helps to be as fed as he is, which you mentioned.
Cuz?
Yeah, just smite it. Oh, uh-oh. He's going to get rooted. Now he's in a bit of trouble. Do they have the damage to finish him off is really the question. Looks like yes. As owner shows up, and he's like, you know what? I just died. Got the reset on my my streak. Let me get the kill. And that he did. You know, like, Perfect's farming really well. He's not, like, massively ahead, but he's farming well for himself. As the front line, here's Cuz in a lot of trouble. The clone times out, and he gets away. Looks like someone wanted to face check into the Rift Herald, and it just happened to be Cuz this time. And so T1 should get a free Rift Herald, whereas KT will look for the first Ocean Drake, perhaps. We'll see if they can make their way over towards that. We do have Cuz going into the pit and starting that one up.
Oh, Realm Warp's up. They're not getting this dragon. That's not. They're not. It
was just a thought, you know.
No, I know, and I know.
It's like maybe I can start.
No, KT had that thought as well. This is we've seen T1 do these a million times, right? Like the mid-game tempo swing, get Herald, immediately throw it down mid.
Run this in the second turret, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're KT, you have two options. Either you take Drake and you lose probably 3 turrets. Now you don't get Drake and you still lose 2 turrets. So it's not a good trade to get these Xin Zhao at 2,000 gold. I feel like now they might. There are teams where you get away with, you know, kind of meandering when they get a lead like this. But this is T1, so what is going to happen now is they're going to keep pushing that. Watch him just TP to this this Otacon fight.
Wait, he just moved. Okay. Well, maybe if it was 2 wards and they didn't know and you didn't
he doesn't need to 1v9 to fight because it's just gone.
Yeah, there is no fight.
Are we playing?
What's the teleport?
Are we playing for the exit? We're playing for the exit!
Okay, looking for the, they're really going way too deep for this. The Cassiopeia ult is gigantic. Down goes the Nautilus, but Doran's nearly dead. The flash from Carrier catches 4! Immediately shuts down the fight, and any idea that KT had of winning it is thrown out the window, and T1 will win this game.
That's the circus! They bait you in. They're like, oh, are you sure we can do it? Yes.
Final kill. So a little bit of shenanigans. That's why all the smiles were there. I thought they were just like happy with the way the fight went, but no, it was because we denied Guma a penta.
This game is done, Veldas.
About that 3-game
cinematic
banger.
But
I don't know.
But we're setting up for it. Doran's taking damage, guys, I swear.
No,
guys,
he's not.
He's taking damage.
Chronicler, he's not taking damage! He's not taking
Yes!
Look at his health bar, it's full. Okay, the equalizer's pretty good, doesn't matter. Duckdump's dead. He's still full health, basically. He's just gonna dive the turret, and maybe you get Faker. Maybe. And will they? Looks like no. You're not even gonna get Faker. Let's just TP in the mid. All of us. All 5. There's no wave. Guys, the Mountain Drake.
The Dragon?
The Mountain Drake.
Was
that was a clean ace. Yeah.
Oh.
5 for 0.
Wow.
Then the second one. Yeah. It's pretty rough, and now Carrier's got the angle. He's only going to find the Nautilus this time. Little for fun engage. Again, they can kind of just do whatever they want. Down goes the Nico, but what do they care? Everybody throwing everything into Owner. That's a big shutdown for the Corki. And perhaps getting a little bit ahead of themselves. They did have an 11,000 gold lead. And they still do after getting. We're gonna send it.
That's not the best any percent. T1 got you beat on that one.
Okay, little turn, a little engage here from KT. Gonna find Doran. Looking for the turn themselves, and there's the ult in a 3. And Doran, he's certainly taking damage. They finally got him, and this time Carrier has his flash, and it's just the end of it all. Looks like finally they've got a wave in mid, and they can finally end this game.
Ooh, not a clean ace on that one. That is a bummer.
Yeah, you know, they could have had their 3rd clean ace of the game, but...
Yeah, this is a massacre.
Yeah.
Falvas. And I want to, again, repeat myself. I think KT, obviously they lost the fights, but I think a lot of their fights, like the decisions that were made, right, the setup, it didn't make us go, what are you doing? It just made us go, okay, makes that. They just got out-executed.
They just got outplayed.
T1's just better in this game, number 1. A lot of comfort. A lot of main characters. Started with Owner, ended with Guma and Carrier.
Isn't that the way it always goes? Farming some more kills here, and Guma is just not dying and has gone legendary in this game. There you go.
Yeah. Can't think of what it would be, but I do like the Poppy here. But yeah, we saw this one coming from a mile away. I actually think that the
should have at least in the laning phase. Here comes Cuz.
I'm just so happy as we have possible double dives being set up.
Double dives! Into the wall he goes, and, well, he looks like he might get away. Meanwhile, up on the top side, we do have the counter-strike coming down, and first blood goes to Rakan! Keria turned it around, and finally Peter got the kill, but Rakan got a double kill. Meanwhile, we got Perfect, is being dove, and he will be taken down. So at the end of the day, T1 get 3 kills, and Guma catches the wave.
Not super, Valdez!
Going to go over to T1 pretty much for free.
Where
Yep.
is T1 going to use this 1-2 punch? We are going to swap again. Looks like they're swapping Guma and Keria the mid. Setting up for a contest towards the grubs here.
All right, well, it's going to find a couple of guys here and gets impaled as well. Just not fair, but Keria, he base checks and he gets punished for it.
I swear, everyone on that team will steal your objective. And I know that the owner's supposed to, but not like that. Okay. They don't want resources, but you're happy to if you get the free grubs, which they didn't.
Meanwhile, we got a play up in the top side because we got a Varus solo laning into a Gwen. Where have we? Wait, you knew
we have a car expert.
He literally raised.
Peter, not now, please. So a V8 actually,
very important, Peter.
V8 engine actually has its. Oh, guys,
we got League of Legends interrupting us. Yep, they did the combo into. Why is Varus alone again? What is that? He was under the turret. Somebody messed something up somewhere along the line. If the V8 engine has 6 cylinders. Okay, so it was cylinders. That's good to know. All right, we're playing for the Infernal Drake. Well, we're helicoptering here, and Peter just canceled it with the back, as now we're going all in onto that back line. Very nice disengage with the Impale, but I just don't think it matters. Tavares doesn't get to play the game. It's so sad for Duckdom. His 4th death. Meanwhile, we had a solo kill in top. Doran just taken down Perfect. I think, you know, T1, they're just firing on all V8's 8 cylinders. And it's a really scary thing to see. And KT are just not able to stand up to them right now.
Actually substantially behind the rest of your team.
갈려 텔로 맞아.
As this too is Doran. Riftmaker done. That's one. Has the ignite. That's the next 3 needles. Oh, hits all of them.
I think it was just straight up like item spike.
Yep.
He identified that Counter-Strike was down so he could all in, and with his ignite. Because he's like, okay, I have this.
Well, it's also the position in the lane also plays a part, right? Because you need to know you can get enough in.
Yeah. So very nicely calculated by Doran. Obviously, Perfect was not ready for that. Faker in side lane.
Cancel.
And we got a Nocturne on the way. Here we go. It's a level 6 Poppy, and Owner's just so strong with the Hex Plate. He's not actually going to get the kill, funnily enough. Meanwhile, we're diving Duckdom.
Leave Duckdom alone!
No, T1 have other ideas, and they're just both diving him. And down he goes again for the 5th time. Poor Duckdom. Poor Ducky Duckdom. Just nothing he can do. Faker's dead, by the way. Owner might follow, as a laser might come through. Flash is there, and the tanking comes in. The laser is going to miss. And Keria is...
He's also here!
You don't have to do this. But he wants to.
No, they do. This is what the people want, Valdez.
That's true. Yeah, they're doing it for the fans.
The people embrace the circus. He still has flash?
Yep.
Oh my god. So what other topic do we not know anything about that could be fun to cover?
I am curious about horsepower, because I heard that...
Isn't it just actually like...
Well, we're getting interrupted again. It looks like Cuz might go down this time around. Gets taunted after his little dig through the wall. And the question is who gets the kill. It will be Guma. Keria, of course, is diving the turret because he's got Owner on the follow-up. And the dive comp, which is this far ahead, just gets to do whatever they want. Gonna get the taunt down. Don't need to kill the turret because, you know, that makes it more interesting and more cool when you go for the dive.
No, Duckdom, he's stuck. He can't be efficient.
It's the Duckdom gank.
Get him, Duckers.
Get him, Ducky Duckers. Do you do enough damage before dying? Doran got the kill!
No!
Okay, all right, he did it. 701 gold.
Try and make... Oh, no.
Oh,
no. They're calling from so different ends. It's Keria!
Keria's TP, and they can't see him. They don't know! And it's just the Omega flank into the Galio onto 3. And there you go. The Impale does go out down onto Owner, so maybe they can get the Nocturne here, but the Feathers will get the job done. And Guma says, good night. See you later. Triple kill into the stolen Quadra by Faker. I don't think he's going to care about that one. He had his pentakill stolen earlier. And yeah, I think the series is done, Chronicler.
It's 19 minutes.
Doing like a new version of it.
Oh.
Because I know the original.
He TP'd to the... Oh, you're
He
familiar
TP'd to
with...
the ward. How did he get in here? Does he know?
Dum!
I think
Duck Dum, no! He can't hear us!
he knows Duck Dom is there, but the rest of the team is doing dragons.
No, I
so
meant...
Carria's like,
I need to make sure Duck Dum knew. I tried to reach... That
I mean,
matters.
he dominated the lane.
Right, Galio...
It's Galio.
Galio is relying on gold, right?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Must be. Just like everyone else.
He's currently zoning him, by the way.
Where is Faker?
No, Faker's zoning BDD.
Aha.
All right, can Faker get out? The reinforcements are on the way, certainly.
I don't think so. Yeah, no, he's going to be slammed to the wall. It's going to be the end of that. 6-13 over to Cuz. And I don't know if they really care as Carrie is going in. It is a 4v5, but they don't, again, they don't really care. Now they seem to actually take their foot off the pedal a little bit.
Do they care? Little Carrie?
They care a little bit, yeah. Just like a smidgen.
I didn't know they had it in them. I'm sure there's more like
That's close enough.
erudite phrasing, but I can't think of it right now.
He has Impale, so he's just going to land it. Uh-oh, T1. What's going on here? That's another pick. They're going to get Owner down. There's no Baron, because it's extremely early in the game.
That's two
They did
in a row that they got.
He really wants it. And he might be able to find Cuz here. Not going to get the knock-up. And he doesn't have the quickness, but he does have a Galio and Desire. So that's going to be enough for that. As Guma is now 6-0. 6-0. Pretty clean scoreline. No deaths. And not like KT are going to stall them out forever.
No, exactly.
Especially with the Baron, which,
But also given,
you know, shortly will be going over to T1.
also given T1's reputation as a team, right? Like
Yeah.
they're not afraid to die.
All right, here we go. Speaking of which, not afraid to dive. They go straight in, they find the Victor, and they did not find the Varus, funnily enough. But they're going to kill the front line anyway. They get Cuz to flash on over. They're going to find the Victor once again. And down goes Peter, just a casualty in the middle of it all. As Faker, really something personal against BDD. Lands like 3 taunts in a row onto the Victor. And BDD eventually does go down. And now they can go back and spend all that gold they have. Or they can just go ahead and try to end the game.
Really, the hardest question is who's POM? Is it Owner? Is it Guma? Or is it Carryout? It's toughy. It's a toughie, Valdez.
I think it's probably Owner. That would be. It might be Carria, though.
It's hard.
I think it's Carria.
It's hard.
Actually. I don't know.
I know. That's why I'm putting it in front of you. All right, so you got Soul.
I don't think it's Guma. Like, Guma played extremely well.
I think Guma is valid. Is a valid vote.
Sure.
I think the unfortunate reality, like 4 levels in, game 1, and it also didn't matter.
I think I would go for Carria. Maybe it's just my bias, but I think that's what I would do.
So I did vote for Owner initially, but I had to pivot. The recon plays are just too crazy.
He is a take-backer.
I am. I'm a flip-flopper.
Wow.
Call me Raz.
All right, Raz. They're going to engage, and they're going to take down the Poppy. Doran maybe in a little bit of trouble. He is very tanky, though, and eventually does go down. Looks like he was just trying to tank for the team as they take down the Nexus. Guma. Oh, he's actually going to be taken down right before the Nexus does explode. I'm sure he's okay with that. As G